Shalom, shalom. Shalom, sisters. First and foremost, I give honor and glory to Yahawashi, Yahawashi. And so today's topic is just being content where the Most High has you. And the Most High had me post a little post on Instagram for the sisters. Basically, being mindful of saying "I wish," and it seems shalom, sis. Shalom, sis.
Shalom.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well, all praises. I was just over here talking to the wind about being content. All praises.
I must have heard you. It was in my spirit. The Most High put it in my spirit. He was like, you need to get up on there. She said some good stuff. So,
No, I literally had just started. But I was just saying how the Most High had checked me through the spirit, about saying, the words "I wish," and like it seems it don't seem that big of a deal, but it really is. Like it's even the smallest stuff, like maybe you might be missing some seasoning. Dang, I wish I had that seasoning. It seems so small, but if you really think about it, it's really deep because it just all boils down to being content and being okay with everything and being okay and satisfied with everything the Most High has placed in front of you. And like a wish is a desire. So it's like when we're saying I wish, it's like we're wishing for something more than the Most High has already blessed us with right in front of us.
Oh.
So it's like it's not content. And the Most High cut me up on that because it's stuff I used to say and I'm like the Most High still like cutting me up on it because it just slip up because I'm just so used to saying it. Lord willing, trying to purge that off the Most High. But it's just like even stuff like dang, like and I wish I had some of that right now, some of that food. It's just like the Most High, He's blessed me with food. Okay, not even be content with the food I got.
That's right.
Okay, that's what I was just saying through the spirit.
And that reminds me of what happened to me yesterday because I was supposed to be finishing up this garment, and last week I was unclean, and I just I was like, dang, so I didn't want to, finish the garment while I was on my flower. So I was like, all right, I would, finally, I'm off my flower, I'm clean, I can finally get to this garment. And when I tell you, I didn't even get to the garment. I pulled the fringes out, and they had like some frayed edges on them. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just I'm about to cut these little edges off, and I'm about to get to it cause the way I sew it, I usually do it all in one. I put the ribbon on and and sew it. I don't do it separately. And I cut my finger.
Oh.
And so I didn't even get to like I was so salty. And so, that just reminded me of being content. Like, okay, obviously the Most High wants you to do something else, or obviously it's His plan for you to be in another space, So I just had to as much as I wanted to finish the garment, it just wasn't in the Most High's plan for me to have the garment done. So I just was like, okay, I gotta move on and find something else to do. But I just had to be content in that moment because I just was so hurt. Like my feelings were so hurt. Like it was just like, Satan just crept in so quickly and brought my spirits down instead of, my mindset being differently. So I do think in a lot of instances, like we have to have that discernment of how quickly Satan can come in and have our mindset change of not being content or satisfied with where we're at because, it's just, I should have been, even though that was my second thought of, what, all praises to the Most High, could have been worse than that. You know what I mean? Like I could cut my whole finger off, like, but it was just a real small cut, but still like that should have been my first. I should have been given honor, glory, and praises to the Most High first before me even, and that's the part of us being in these corruptible bodies, but in our flesh getting to us first before, but that just reminded me of that. So you cut me up real good.
That's the Lord. Yeah, Lord been cutting me up on that. And Constance, that's beautiful though. It's all that's why we in these incorruptible body. I mean, it's like corruptible bodies, so incorruptible. We in these corruptible, wicked bodies, so we can fall, so we can learn. So that's only like the Most High mercy and grace, for even showing you. That's so next time you can give all praise and glory to the Most High Yahawashi. So that's just Most High always revealing stuff to us, how it could be better, teaching us stuff as we go through these trials and tribulations. And Satan definitely can creep in quick because, like, I know me personally, it just wasn't the Most High will for me to congregate on the Feast of Purim and destruction of Nicanor. And, Satan just he crept in like so much on those feast days. And I had to, I kept it alone through the Spirit, but through the Spirit, the angels were with me, but it's just like, I just had to be content, try my best to just be content, because it's like, at least I'm in the truth. Hey, at least I even know about the feast days. Hey, at least the Most High even brought us into this knowledge and understanding, so I can even celebrate these feasts. It could be worse. I could still be in the world and wickedness celebrating Christmas.
That's
so it's just like, when the Lord wants me to congregate on feast days, it'll be in His will. But it's just like, wherever the Most High has us, we just gotta be okay with that. Because the Most High ain't gonna take us nowhere wrong. He ain't gonna have us in no bad situation, leaving us out to dry. The Most High said He got plans to give us an expected end. He ain't gonna do nothing bad to us. He ain't gonna take us nowhere bad. So wherever we at, that's where the Most High need us to be, because that's the best thing for us at the moment. So it's all praise to the Most High for real. And I had a precept. Actually, let me get this one first. So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, and verse 8, and it reads, hold on. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask Him. So whatever we need, the Most High, He knows what we need. Okay, anything we possibly need, the Most High is gonna bless us with that on His time. And being content, it also just boils like all the fruits of the Spirit, and that's why it's so imperative to walk in the fruits of the Spirit. Because when you're content, you're patient. You understand that's what the Most High got you. You're not rushing the Most High timing. It's just being content is also being patient, and also comes with like you got to have a peace of mind. So it's like all those go hand in hand. It all go hand in hand. So it's like, whatever we need, the Most High will bless us with it in due time. But, we also got to understand everything we possibly need is right in front of us. Anything else we need, the Most High knows that. He's going to give us that when He says so. But until then, you got to be cool with what's right in front of you and make what you got work. Hey, life gives you lemons, you got to make lemonade. Even if you don't got the sugar, you got to make what you got work.
It's like that. I don't know. It's like when your mama go in the kitchen and you go in there, you like, dang, ain't no snacks in there, and you like, man, ma, ain't nothing to eat in there. And she go in there and come out, and it be a whole meal. You be like, hold up, I didn't see that. It's just like she had, it was a miracle once. But that's kind of how we gotta make things shake, spiritually, how we gotta, use what we listen. Hey, I might got just a little bit of zeal today, but I gotta get through these chapters or
okay.
I really pushed through Wisdom of Solomon. So a lot of the times, sometimes we could just read and not absorb it. So what the Most High had me doing lately, even though I just was like, I don't know what to read. He had me go to Wisdom of Solomon, and I would read like maybe 3 to 7 chapters, but the following day I would go read maybe 3 of the chapters that I read the day before, and then 4 more chapters. So it was like I was rereading, what I already read. But with that, the spirit of, I was like, I just don't know what to read. I still needed to feed my spirit. So I could get fed spiritually and I could intake, that wisdom that I was looking for. So I had to make a shake with a little bit of, I didn't know what to do, but I had to make something happen. Still had to read. So.
And that reminds me of what I've been going through lately on a similar fold. It's like, that's beautiful. You still, most I had that spirit on, you still had to get it, done,
Mm-hmm.
You wasn't like, well, I don't know what to read, so well, F it, I ain't gonna read then. We still gotta, whatever the most I got in our spirit, we gotta make it shape. And that's kind of like what's been going on with me, like for a minute now. All praise to the Most High. Some stuff I read in the KJV, I have a hard time understanding. And sometimes Satan just creep in real quick and I just get frustrated, like I just don't know what it's saying, but like my head told me, the Bible is not just some regular book. Sometimes you gotta really, like, you're not just, sometimes some things you read, you're not gonna understand it off rip, and that's okay. And so it's like some of the stuff I've been reading, I just haven't been understanding. Satan just was trying to play my mind, like, oh, the Most High taking his spirit away. You don't even know what you're reading, just stuff like that. But what the Most High has me do is I'll read it on my phone, and then read it on. I'll read it on my phone in a different translation, and then read it on the KJV in my Bible in KJV, and then I'm basically reading both at the same time and taking notes, and then I better understand it that way. So it's kind of like the Most High just has me, be content with where I'm at. The Most High, He's having me use another source and also reading the KJV at the same time to understand. But it's not like to the point where the Most High has spirit on me where it's like, okay, I'm gonna just give up because I don't understand. I got to be content where I'm at. The Most High has me where I'm kind of struggling, but He still got the spirit on me to make what I got work, to try to understand through the spirit.
That's
So
right.
it's stuff like that.
A precept in Sirach. It was Sirach chapter 39, verse let me see. I'm gonna start at 16, and it just reminds me of, sometimes we be like, well, I don't understand, or how come this, or how come that, in us being in that space of not being content. It says, Sirach 39 and 16. It says, all the works of the Lord are exceeding good, and whatsoever he commanded shall be accomplished in due season. And none may say, what is this? Wherefore is that? For at time convenient they shall all be sought out. At his commandments the waters stood as an heap, and at the words of his mouth the receptacles of water. At his commandment is done whatsoever pleaseth him, and none can hinder when he will save. The work, oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I just wanted to say, like, because I be feeling like that's how we be. We be like, well, how come this and how come that? And, I could have been like, well, dang, how come I cut my finger and I can't do, like, like, you just gotta be like, you know what? This is in the Lord's plan. Let me chill out. Let me, okay, all praises. Lord, guide me, show me what to do. Have your way with me,
I've never read that precept. That's very beautiful. All praise to the Most High, for real. All praises. That's beautiful, because we Israel, like we have a tendency of being impatient and feeling like the Most High got to answer on our time. The Most High answer, hey, on His time when He say, hey, things. Let me get this precept. Whatever is in the Most High will, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but on His time. So it's just like wherever we at, we just gotta be okay with that. And this is a precept to go with that. Kinda Acts 1:7. And He said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in His own power. So it's not for us to be like, well, dang, how come this ain't happened? Or why come I ain't got this yet? Or why come I ain't got that sister hair wrapped? Or why come I'm in this season? Why come this sister got that and I ain't got that? Or why come I cut my finger? Why I can't understand the case? It's not for us to seek out all those things. That's why we can't see. That's why scripture says, seek not out things that's too hard for you.
That's right. That is.
Go ahead and get that while we're talking about it. It's just not for us to know like the seasons the most I have us in, because it's all a season. It just really all boils down to like, do you got faith in how Bahasham shot? Because everything we need is literally in front of us. It's in front of us. It is Sirach 3:21. Seek not the things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence, for it is needful for thee to see. For it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. Be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are shewed unto thee than men understand. So it's not for us to know what the Most High do behind closed doors. Those things are in secret for a reason. Why we ain't got this and why we ain't got that, ain't in our business. That's behind closed doors. That's in secret. We just gotta be content with where we at and not ask questions and seek out things that's too hard for these.
God, everybody, your parents be like, stay in a child's place.
Facts. Because that'll tick the Most High off. The Most High got feelings too. That'll tick the Most High off.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say something else, but I forgot.
I had one more precept. It's still in Sirach 39, and it's still kind of going on the concept. It's Sirach 39:33. It says, all the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season, so that a man cannot say, this is worse than that, for in time they shall all be well approved. And therefore praise ye the Lord with the whole heart and mouth, and bless the name of the Lord. So that's what I was saying when I was like, I should have just been like, the first thing should have been all praises to the Most High. I ain't cut my daggone finger off, like praise the Most High with your mouth and not questioning him, because that is your own way of your blessing and, just hindering with the Most High God. Because, another thing I was thinking about, like, when that's and I kind of feel like it is a rebellious spirit, when we, well, how come did I feel like that's a spirit of you wanting to be in control, being rebellious. Mm-hmm. When it comes to stuff like that, like this week, I told one of my sisters, like, when that spirit comes upon you and you got that spirit on you like a lot, Satan is really trying to have you hinder whatever I was like, dang, whatever the Most High got in store for me must be real big, because Satan really got me over here talking about why, or, just and stuff, or, and I don't know. I just thought, like, I don't know, it must be something real big the Most High trying to do for me, because Satan really trying to have me not be content or not be like, had his spirit on me. Ugh.
I've never read that precept. Yeah, that's mean. I've never read that. Like, Lord willing, we can all just work on being, just giving all praise and glory to Yahawashi, like no matter what we're going through, no matter what season we're in. Shalom says, Lord willing, that can be the first thing that come out of our mouth, not stuff like it says, all the works of the Lord are good. He will give every needful thing in due season. I'm telling you, everything we possibly need, and the Most High gonna give it to us when He say so. But everything you could possibly need is already right in front of you. Whatever you got in front of you, you got to make that shape. Because it could always be worse. And then like the 34. So the man cannot say this is worse than that. For in the time they should all be well approved. That how I understood that through the spirit, and I could be wrong, but it's kind of how I took that. It's kind of like, because we'll be caught up. We'll be like, man, this that BS. Why this got to be like this? Type attitude. And therefore praise you the Lord with the whole heart and mouth, and bless the name of the Lord. So it's how I took that is like, when some don't go our way, and some don't go our way, and it's just not the Most High will, and we get the question and stuff, why this, why that, why this ain't going like that. That's not what should be coming out of our mouth. It should be, well, call Halalyam, Bahasham, like Yahawashi. And it's exactly what you said, because it is a rebellious spirit. As I looked up the definition of rebellious, and it's just basically, you're not trying to basically submit to authority, basically. And we got to remember that the Most High is in control. So when we understand the Most High is in control, we don't need to be questioning nothing. Why this, why that? Because we got to remember who we serve. Yahawashi refers to us as little ones. We the kids here. We the kids.
That's right.
Because Lord willing, we can just, work on that and not get caught up in just asking stuff that's gonna tick the Most High off. Okay, why this? Why that? And it also boils down to being grateful. Like the Most High had us talk about earlier. Like the Most High had checking through the spirit, just saying stuff. I wish. Like it really don't seem that deep, but it is. I wish. I wish. I wish. A wish is a desire. When you say I wish, you're desiring something else. Like that's ungrateful. That's ungrateful because whatever the Most High's already blessed you with everything you got. And it's like being content is being satisfied, being okay with everything the Most High has already given you, whether that's knowledge and understanding, whether that's, a roof over your head, whether that's whatever the Most High has blessed you with is already in front of you. So when you say, I wish, it's like you're not thankful for what you already got. It's ungrateful. It's not being content.
God.
And I had a precept. This is Sirach chapter 20 and 32. Necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide. So it's like we gotta have necessary patience when we seek Yahawashi, because we gotta understand when we pray for something, the Most High might not answer right away. The Most High might not answer overnight. The Most High is gonna answer on His time when He want to. We just gotta have that necessary patience and seeking the Lord instead of having an attitude. Well, okay, I'm gonna just do it my way. I'm just do it my way because the Most High taking too long. I'm gonna just figure it out. That's rebellious. Leading our life without a God, not letting the Most High guide us because we've been impatient. So whatever we praying for, whatever we asking the Most High for, we just gotta be content with where we at right now. But also just understand the Most High is gonna answer our prayers in due time. Like the precept you just brought out in Sirach, like whatever we need is going, the Most High will give it to us in the right season. Like I'm telling you, the Most High will is perfect. You'll be surprised. It's His timing is perfect. So it'll come to us in the right season, but we just gotta have patience when we seek Yahawashi. It's literally necessary. Because when you don't got patience, then you start to feel like, all right, well, I'll just do it myself then. Then you going off.
Mm.
And I had another precept. I'm in the book of the Most High has me in the book of 1 Samuel. And I read this the other day. And this is 1 Samuel 14 and 37. And Saul asked Counsel of Yahawah, shall I go down after the Philistines? Wilt thou deliver them into the hand of Israel? But he answered him not that day. I was reading this with the sister Yahweh, and she actually pointed that out. And she was like, see that? The Most High ain't going to answer your prayers ASAP. The Most High didn't answer Samuel's prayer that day. And it's just like sometimes when we pray, we can't expect the Most High to answer right away. It's going to take patience. The answers we're looking for, the healing we need, the understanding we want on the precept, the extra money to do this, to get by, the Most High, He's going to answer that prayer in due time. He might not answer it overnight, and that's cool. That just also going to being patient, having faith in the Lord, and being content and cool where you at and what you got in front of you. But when we don't be content and that I wish, it could lead to being envy and covetousness, because you're constantly saying, I wish I had that sister dress. I wish I knew how to make garments like that sister. I wish I had that car. I wish I was able to congregate. It could definitely start to become envy and covetousness, definitely could.
I was gonna say idolatry.
Oh, see that? You gotta watch out for stuff like that. Definitely gotta watch out.
Yeah.
Because not being content, dang, I ain't never thought of it like that. Not being content, it could go to a whole lot of things. Like you just said, idolatry, envy, covetousness. Like you was like whatever. It's just crazy. Like that's why being a fruit of the spirit is important. Being a fruit of the spirit is important. The fruits of the spirit and being in the spirit as much as possible is very imperative. Because we in this flesh this flesh is just wicked. This flesh is just wicked. Anything that's not out of the Lord is just wicked. It's wicked. So when you ain't content, you start envying somebody else, coveting them what they got, start putting them on the pedestal. Ooh, I want that. I want that car. I want the understanding she got. Why I can't exhortate like that sister? Why I can't sow like that sister? It just becomes it could become a mess for real.
I think Psalms 19 and 14 is really a big one that, you know, I try to meditate on. It says, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. You know, when we do have those moments, or, you know, you say something, you like, oh snap, you know, like, Lord, please forgive me. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. You know, so I think that's something that we could, you know, work on, or a precept that we could use in those times for reproof and correction.
Kind of the opposites. You know, like the most I had to say earlier, you know, being content also comes with a peace of mind. That's why that Lord willing, I can meditate on stuff like that more, you know, just the things we're meditating upon and thinking on, pleasing the Most High sight. You know, that's all we got to ask the Most High to cleanse our heart, because if we ain't being content, you constantly thinking about, dang, I wish I had that. I wish I had this. I'm sick of this. What I got ain't working. That's not pleasing in the Most High sight. That them thoughts is not pleasing in the Most High sight at all.
She's still thinking about that.
Like, that's a Yahweh point. I had another precept too. Hold on. I've never read this precept until I was reading First Timothy with my head. I said, wait a minute. This is nice. What's the spirit? Flip right to it. First Timothy 6 and 8. And it reads, and having food and raiment, let us therewith be content. Let us be there with content.
Mm-hmm.
I'm read it again. And having food and raiment, let us be there with content. So, as long as we got food, as long as we got raiment, which I think means clothing. Hold on, let me make sure. I can't spell. Raiment, clothing. Like, as long as we got food and clothing, hey, we're gonna be content. We're gonna be content. Let's really dive into what content means. I did content means to be satisfied. In the BLB, Strong's on G714, it means to be satisfied. So I'm gonna look it up on Google too. All right, so content means in a state of peaceful happiness, satisfied, a state of satisfaction. Synonyms: pleased, satisfied, contented, gratified, fulfilled, happy, cheery, glad, untroubled, unworried, at peace, at ease. See that? Opposite, dissatisfied. That's a cut. That's a cut. It's literally a cut.
Dang, you dissatisfied with all the Most High done for you all this time.
You good, sis. But like that, wow. The opposite of being content is dissatisfied. So when you're not content, you're basically telling them this. You're basically, with your actions and your thoughts, tell the Most High, I'm not satisfied. I'm not okay with where you have me. You need to fix it. I'm not thankful for what you blessed me with. I want more. I want to be like this sister, because I'm not okay with what you got me right now. This knowledge and understanding you're giving me, I'm not okay with this season. The clothes I got on my back, I want more. The food I got is not cutting it. I need more. The hair wrap, I want another hair wrap. When you're not being, it's like that's how deep it is. The opposite of being content is dissatisfied. So when you're not content, you're basically telling the Most High, I'm not satisfied with nothing you've done for me. I'm not. That's a slap in the face. That's a slap in the face.
I had a precept for just having that peace. It was Isaiah 20, I think it's 6:3. Yep. It says, "Thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee because he trusted in thee." I mean, you gotta have, that I think it, again, like you said, boils down to having those fruits of the spirit, having trust, faith, and patience, and that peace. And like I said, that always feel like it comes from us trying to be in control. When we just not even in control, like we just don't even understand. Like we not in control at all. So
Kind. It definitely is a kind, because when it's like the most I had to say, peace and content. It all goes hand in hand. And patience. Like when you content, you're at peace. You understand who we serve. You understand, the Most High gonna look out for you, gonna grant you the desires of your heart in due time. You understand that we on the Most High timing. So when you understand we on the Most High time and not yours, and you can't make none shake because you in the flesh, only the Most High can make some shake. You at peace. You're like, okay, cool. I can't do nothing about it. But be faithful, be content, and just be cool and relax and sit down somewhere. You at peace. What was? Dang. Dang. What's that precept I was thinking about? Shoot. Okay, Joshua. 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 Mm, what's that precept? It's considered the great things the Most High has done for you. Hold on. I feel like I'm over. I think it's in Samuel. Yeah, it's First Samuel. Okay, my bad. First Samuel 12:24. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart. For consider how great things he have done for you. And so we got to remember everything the Most High has done for us. Consider all the great things the Most High has done for us. So when we find ourselves wanting more, not being content, we got to remember the Most High has done so much for us. And that's a precept in I believe Second Esdras. It's the book of Second Esdras, chapter 1. I think it's chapter 2. Second Esdras, chapter 1, verse 9. How long shall I forbear them, unto whom I have done so much good? And the Most High has done so much good for us. And we find ourselves steady wanting more. The Most High has done so much good for us. The Most High has done so much good for us. So Lord willing, we can just be okay with where the Most High has us. Consider the great things he's done for us. And remember how good he's been to us. His mercy and his grace. We're in his truth. We know who we are. We have a shot at the kingdom. We have a chance at repentance. We have a grace period to get right before our hell breaks loose. Like, consider the great things the Most High has done for us. We got to quit wanting what may not be for us. You wanting and wishing for all this other stuff that just may not be for you. Like a sister told me through the spirit, you want, always wanting something, but that want can lead to your destruction because you don't know what came with that. You wasn't even ready for that, but you just wanted it to consume it upon your own lust. You just wanted it. You always want. The Lord willing, we can just be content.
thinking about, I gotta make sure this works. Give me 1 second.
You breaking up, sis. Let me get a preset on peace. So this is Psalms 34 and 14. Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. And pursue means, to basically what I'm getting from to really go after it. So we gotta really go after peace and have a peace of mind. Like really want peace. Okay, so I understand. I understand the Most High's control. I understand this what the Most High got me. I understand there's nothing I can do about it, but count it joy, but endure it, but be thankful, have faith. I understand I'm not the one in control. The Most High is. So I'm going to relax. You got to really go after that peace and really want that thing and have a peace of mind in this thing through the Spirit. And that's something we really got to pray for. Only the Most High can give you that spirit of peace. Only the Most High can put the spirit on you to be content. And I had Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And so the Most High is trying to give us an expected end. The Most High is not going to take us nowhere bad. Wherever the Most High is trying to take us, it's going to be the best thing for us. Wherever the Most High has us right now, it's the best thing for us in this moment. The Most High is not going to lead us nowhere bad, nowhere wrong, nowhere straight. He's not going to tell us bad. He's not going to tell us nothing bad. The Most High wants the best for us. He loves us so much. That's done by His mercy and grace. So it's like we just got to understand that. Understand wherever we at right now, that's the best thing for us. Ooh, Sirach 11 and 21. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. So we can't be marveling at the works of sinners. Ooh, like, people, because people in the world, they might be, living it up. Oh, how come she got all that money, but she don't keep no commandments? She got that car, I don't got a car, and she ain't keeping no. I'm in the truth. I keep the commandments, and I don't even got a car. We can't be envying the sinner, envying the glory of a sinner. That's all I can say.
That remind me of that precept in I think it's 1 Samuel chapter 1. Let me see. I was trying to find. Can you hear me? I was trying to find.
Con.
Okay. It's it's chapter 2. So Salakia. 1 Samuel chapter 2, and I'll start 6. It says, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth the poor out of the dust and lifteth the beggar from the dunghill to set him among princes and to make them inherit the throne of lords. Rulers of the earth are the Lord's, and he hath set the world upon them. So the Lord can do whatever. It's nothing too hard for the Lord.
Respects, the Lord can do all things. That's Luke 1:7, Matthew 19:26. All things are possible to that believe. Yahawashi said that. I had a precept. Hebrews 13:5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. So Most High said, I will never leave or forsake you. No matter how bad it may seem, no matter what we're going through, the Most High is not going to leave us, forsake us. So we got to watch our conversation. Man, I wish I had that. Why I can't have this? Why I got to be in this situation? I want that. Your conversation got to be without coverage. You got to be content with what you have. Whether it, like I said, whether it, like the Most I have me say, whether it's the knowledge and understanding you're blessed with right now, you got to be content. It's even something like you just want more patience. You got to be content with the patience you got right now. You can't. It all boils down to the only the Most High can grant us these things, y'all. Like only the Most High can. We got to be patient and content. If we want more patience, the Lord willing, will give us more patience. But until then, we got to continue to endure and fight through these trials and tribulations. When we ask for patience, when we ask for more faith, the Most High is not going to send it to us in a golden box with a blue ribbon on it and say, here you go, here's your patience you asked for. He's going to put us through situations where we need patience. So until the Most High bless us with whatever we're asking for, we got to be content and just be okay with what we got and be thankful and endure through whatever our lot is. If we want more faith, Lord willing, the Most High will give us more faith when he say. But until then, the faith you got, you better make it stretch. Okay? It's Psalms 37. Chapters 37. I'm starting verse 3. I'm gonna read to verse 5, and I'm gonna skip down and read to verse 7. Actually, I'm just read the whole thing. I'm just eat the whole thing. All right. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shall thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. He shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prosper in his way, because of the wicked man who bringeth devices to pass. So we can't be fretting like, man, that sister, she got that. That sister, she got that. And you fretting of a wicked sister. She got that. She in the world, and she got all that money, and I'm in the truth. I keep the commandments, and I don't have nothing. We can't be envying folks and envying a sister that's prospering, in her wicked ways. And the Most High, hold on, let me. What's the word delight means please. Verse 4. Delight thyself also in the Lord, he shall give thee the desires of our heart. So delight means to please. So we got to please the Most High. We got to do what's pleasing in his sight, keeping the commandments, being sincere, walking in the fruits of the Spirit. You know, when we please the Most High, commit our way into the Most High, keep these commandments, you know, the Most High will give us the desires of our heart and righteousness in due time. We got to make sure we're doing our part, though. You know, because the Most High, John, excuse me, y'all, so I can, because the Most High gonna look out, you know, the Most High gonna look out for those doing his will. John, so I can hold on. John 9:31, I think. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, it is. Now we know that Yahawah heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshiper of Yahawah and doth his will, him he hears. So the Most High hears those that's doing his will. And so as long as we're doing the Most High will, he's gonna bless us with the desires of our heart and righteousness. We just gotta be okay where we at though. And be cool with that. And I had a few more precepts on contentment. I don't got a whole lot, but I got a few.
Pick them out.
Because this is something I was struggling with for a minute. And, you know, sisters through the Spirit just sent me a whole bunch of precepts. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, sis. Market, sis. My niece is over here, and I'm in town visiting. Her say she's gonna leave. I have to go see what that was about.
That gets together, so you definitely.
What'd you say, sis? You broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying it gave me time to get my
So this is Proverbs 30 and verse 8. I'm gonna just bring out verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. You know, so that's basically saying, you know, just give me enough to satisfy my whatever I need. Nothing more. You know, whatever I need. Yeah, come in.
Pick a letter A through J. That's B. Trying to sit. So B. 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 You understand?
D. I don't care. Get out. So like you. But you know, how I understood that precept, you know, just whatever I need, you know, nothing more. I don't need the biggest this, the biggest that. Hey, whatever you see sufficient for me, how about Shemasha, you know, whatever you know I need, you know, hey, I'll take that. I don't need none extra. I'll take it. Ooh, this Psalm 68 and 19. Blessed be the Lord, who daily loaded us with benefits, even the God of our salvation. Say, lie. He that is our God is the God of salvation. And to Yahawah the Lord belongs the issues from death. So it's like Most High is always loading us with something else daily. Each day he's blessing us with more. And I seen a post on Instagram, quit thinking your blessing's supposed to be physical. You might not know the Most High might have just blessed you with something else spiritual. Quit thinking you got to get blessed with some physical, some more money, a new car, a new apartment. The Most High's daily loading us with benefits, daily giving us more blessings each day. Us waking up still in this truth is another blessing. That's another reward. That's a benefit right there. Us still being able to have sister calls every week and still edify one another through the Spirit and check one another through the Spirit and fast through the Spirit and get our spirits right for Passover and know about these holidays. Us still waking up, calling upon the name of Bahasham, sincerity, not giving over to these demons. That's still that's a benefit right there. That's a blessing right there in itself. So the Most High is blessing us with something daily. So who are we to want more, want more, want more? Let me see if I had more. Because the Most High, he cut me up about being content, y'all. Most High cut me up. This is Sirach 14:9. A covetous man is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked draweth up his soul. So we're covetous when we're not satisfied. Like we said through the Spirit earlier, being if you're not content, you're dissatisfied. And when you're not satisfied, you're covetous because you want more. You want something else. I want that. I don't want this, Most High. Hey, quit. I'm telling you, it's a slap in the face not being content. It really is. We really just gotta trust in Yahweh Shemashah where he has us and be okay with that. Just relax. Learn to be still. Ain't nobody told you to do nothing. Be still. I had Sirach. That's all I had. That's all I had on that. Oh, I was gonna pull the classic Philippians, but you can go ahead. I yield. What'd you say, since you broke up?
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let me see if this works. Is it better or still choppy?
I can hear you now.
Okay. No, I was saying, did you want to for like one of your closing precepts, or did you want to go ahead and read it?
I'll go ahead and bring it out. It's Philippians 4:11-12. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, they were to be content. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound everywhere, and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. So we just gotta be okay with where we at, in whatever state we in, content. Whether we low, whether we doing good, whether we're at a lower state, whether we got this much or that much, whether we only got a little, we got to be okay with that. We got to be satisfied. We got to be content. We got to be thankful.
So I was just thinking about it because I had to gather like what I was trying to say. You know how you be trying to say something, you like, I can't get it together. But I was just thinking about, you know, the other spirits that come with not being content. And one of them I thought about was gluttony. But I had to go look it up, and I was like, I don't know if that means what I think it means, but it partially does, and that's a synonym for gluttony was greed. And sometimes we could be in that. Okay, I'm gonna read the definition. Habitual greed or eating on greed is intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth, power, or food. So we can have that spirit of gluttony upon us, when it comes to us wanting to have more and more and more and more. You're steady asking the Most High for stuff. Oh, I want this and I want that and I wish I had this and I wish I had that, instead of being content with where we are. And it reminded me of Sirach chapter. I'm gonna read 30 first. Sirach 30 and 21. It says, "Give not over thy mind to heaviness and afflict not thyself in thy own counsel." And I brought that out because it's like, we can start bringing heaviness upon ourselves, when we start looking like, well, I don't have this yet, or I'm not here. And it's, so much stuff going on around us that will be like, well, I'm not where I want to be at in life, or, did this so-called standard that we're supposed to be at, or, we might be new in the truth and we're like, oh, well, I don't know those precepts like how that sister know, or, those sisters bringing out precepts, or, this sister, she know how to cook, she know how to sew, she got a family, and we just try to hold ourselves to these standards instead of, just being at peace and being like, you know what, Lord willing, the Most High will, have me there in his time, or, whatever. And then, when it goes into gluttony, chapter 30, oh man, so lucky. Chapter 31, it just, I don't know. I think the whole thing is kind of good when you want to go read through it, but I'm going to, I guess I'll read 31 and 1, and then I'll just jump around to a couple precepts. Sirach 31 and 1, it says, "Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and the care thereof driveth away sleep." So it's just like, when we want a whole bunch of stuff, it can kind of consume us. And, when we start wanting certain things, that can kind of overtake us and overtake what our mindset is, instead of us being at that state of peace and, just letting the Most High be in control. I'll go to verse 5. It says, "He that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof." So I was just thinking about, when we, set our eye upon this, it's like a kid in a candy store. It's like you could never have enough until you done got everything you done dad gonna ask for, and now that's your ruin. It leads you to your ruin. Let me see. It says verse 8. Oh well, I'll read 6 through 8. It says, "Gold hath been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. It is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish, that have not gone after gold." So I was just using, that into a similitude of, when we're going after these many things that we so-called want, you know, um, it can become a stumbling block for us, because that could be our main focus. Shalom, instead of, our focus being upon the Most High. And then, let me see. I'm gonna go to Sirach 37 and verse 27. It says, "My son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul have pleasure in everything. It says, be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon meats, for excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. So I was just thinking about, when we're not content and we want all these many things, and, all the things that we may ask for may not even be profitable for us to have. Like, we just want it, like I said again, like a kid in a candy store. You just want it because you see it, or you just want it, you know, just to say, I got it, you know. That's kind of that Kanye West spirit when he said he dropped 200 bands on this just to say that you ain't up on this or something like that. But anyway, everything ain't good for us, and I just wanted to say let's be content with where we are, because it says, for the excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. By surfeiting have many perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. So just taking heed was profitable for us to have, and was not, and not being greedy, not upon different gifts, fruits, talents, or knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, or even things that we have that are carnal, cars, clothes, whatever. Because when you think about it anyway, it's all vanity.
Those are y'all precepts. Kind of surfeiting means like an excess, just an excess. Just wanting too much. Could you? What's the precept? It's James chapter 4. It's James chapter 4, and it says, James chapter 4, verse 3. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust. So it's just kind of like what you just said through the Spirit. You're asking because you like a kid in the candy store. You're just asking to consume upon your own lust, just to say, I got it. You don't really want it to be sincere. You don't really want it to serve your Bahasham. You want it for vainglory. You want it just to say, oh, I got it. Oh, I got this. I got that. It's not sincere. Just being covetousness, being too greedy. And that was beautiful points that you brought out about the gluttony stuff. So kind, all praises.
Really, if you don't mind.
What you say?
Then I wanted to share something quick, if you didn't mind.
Of course I don't. Go ahead.
Oh, been having a really hard y'all a really hard love doing those. I love if it's is in my environment that I
Sis, you breaking up real, real bad. You stay in.
Slovakia. Can y'all hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, Salakia. Okay, but I'm gonna make it quick just in case it cut out again. But I was just saying, recently I just been in a really tough space at work. Since I do nails and I see so many people a day. I wasn't sure if it's just spiritual warfare going on in there. Of course, that's given. But if my spirit is not sitting right where I am at work, or, if it's just a season for me to, look for me to have my own space, because I do work with Moab, and I don't know why it's been really hard for me to go into work, but, 2 words the Most High just really had me meditating on is be still. And I went to Marshall's one day because I don't know, my grandfather, he recently passed away as well. So I just been having a really hard time. And, sometimes, Satan can be all up in your mind, causing confusion and stuff like that. So I just been taking a lot of time for my mental health and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take today as a mental health day. I went into Marshall's and I saw this journal that said, be still. And so I was like, you know what? I just need to be still and be content with where I'm at. So the fact that the topic today is just be content with where you are. I just wanted to give all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High, because it just was another, note for me to, be content. Because I just kept telling my sister, like, I'm content with where I am, but I don't know what to do. So all of these precepts, I'm really thankful for that, um your sisters are bringing out, and just the many points that we have, and just helping me do a deeper self-evaluation, or examination where I am right now in this season, because it really been really hard for me just to go to work. But Lord willing, the Most High can help me keep enduring through. And y'all sisters just pray for me, please. That's it.
Sis, Most High willing, I'll definitely keep you in my prayers, and the water for sharing that. And that's just the Most High, just want to give all praise and glory to Yahawashi. We can't take credit for nothing, and it's really just the Lord, because, like the Most High had me say earlier, like the Most High had me just write out a quick post on Instagram for the sisters about just being mindful of that word. I wish. It seems so small, but it's really not. It's really not. I wish. Let's look up what a wish is. A wish is feel or express a strong desire or hope for something that is not easily attainable, want something that cannot or probably will not happen. Synonyms: desire, want, crave, covet, a desire, longing. So when you say I wish, you're basically coveting. You're coveting someone else, something else. You want something else. When you're not content, you're basically telling the Most High, I'm not satisfied with what you got me, like we've said through the Spirit multiple times. It was like when the Most High had me, make that post about, I wish, it's really, it's saying I wish is really deeper than we think. So we just want to be mindful of saying that. So then the Most High just had on my spirit, and he was like, the Most High just had on my spirit, like, okay, well, that's what the call should be about Tuesday through the Spirit. So then Tuesday came, and I'm like, I don't know if I should do the call on that no more. And then I was like, maybe I should just do it on exhortation. Then I was like, but I always bring out the same previous exhortation. So I'm talking to my head about it. And mind you, I had already prayed to the Most High, just to put it on my spirit, so we know what the call should be about. Most High had already put on my spirit to be content. So I'm talking in my head. He's like, nah, content is a good topic. I was like, you know what? It is. It's just Satan trying to stop from what the Most High want me to do. It's just Satan trying to trick me out what the Most High has already told me to do. It was just Satan. And that's how quick Satan come in and cause confusion. That quick, that simple, just like that. That's all praise to the Most High. He gives us he gives us the discernment to, know these things through the Spirit. So Halalyam, how about you, Shah? Most High willing, we'll keep you in our prayers, and Lord willing, sis, you just continue to endure, fight that good fight, sis, and just know that, you're not alone. Lord willing, I can work on being still as well. Lord willing, we all can. Lord willing, we all can. I had another precept. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such as one that setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casts away his bowls. So there's nothing more wicked than a covetous man. So when you're saying, I wish I had this, also like you, I wish I had this. Why I ain't got that? You're coveting, and there's nothing more wicked than a covetous man. And covetous means having or showing a great desire to possess something belonging to someone else. So that I wish I had that sister hair wrap. I wish I had that sister apartment. I wish I had that. You're coveting. And we all know we cannot get into the kingdom of Yahawashi for coveting. Because 1 Corinthians 6:9, know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers themselves of mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. So if you got a covetous spirit on you, call a Lord willing through the power and spirit of Yahawashi, we can get, Lord willing, we can ask the Most High to purge that from us, because ain't no way we enter in the kingdom with that spirit. So we want to, Lord willing, get that wicked, nasty spirit, as well as all these undesirable traits that's hindering us to not be the servants God has called us to be, and that's slowing us down on this race. Just slowing us down, hindering us. It's a really nasty spirit, and like you said, a lot we haven't, like you said, Lily, through the spirit. When you think about when we not being content, it comes with a whole lot of other spirits. Idolatry, as you said, gluttonous. How do y'all think if we're not being content, it could be idolizing? What do y'all think?
My bad. I was going to say, I definitely think so.
What'd you say, sis?
I was saying con.
How do y'all think it could be, though?
Oh, because you start putting those wants and desires before the Most High, and ain't nothing supposed to become before the Most High. It's just like that becomes your the forefront of your mind when you wake up in the morning, instead of saying, the water Bahasham Yahawashi for another day, or all praises for watching over me in my sleep, and praying to him for thanks that you woke up. The first thing on your mind is, I need to see how I can go get such and such and such, or you know what, Lord, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, da, 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 instead of, sometimes say thank you. Stop asking for stuff all the time.
Con, sis. Con. That's a beautiful thing. Sometimes in our prayers, you ain't gotta ask for something all the time. Just get the Most High thanks. We asking for stuff all the time. When the last time you told the Most High thank you? Sometimes you just gotta give all honor, glory, praise to the Most. We should be giving the Most High all praise, honor, glory all the time. But sometimes in our prayer, you gotta ask for something all the time. Like you said, quit asking for something. And I meant to say what you brought out earlier through the spirit was very beautiful through the spirit. You had said something along the lines of you start when you said something along the lines of being, not being content. It could be gluttony. And we start dang, what did you say? It was something along the lines of like that's just all that's on our mind now. Something along the lines of that. I don't remember word for word though. But it was mighty through the spirit. And it could be idolizing because that's all we're thinking about now. That's all we're thinking about. We ain't think about nothing else, but I want that, I want that, I want that. That's all I want. I want this, I want this, I want this. This is a wicked, nasty spirit. So I'm gonna get Psalms 119 and 36. It's Psalms 139. I think I said one. What did I say? 119:36. And it reads, "Incline my heart unto thy testimonies and not to covetousness." The Lord willing, this something we can ask the Most High to do. Incline our heart to these testimonies, these laws, statutes, commandments, doing the will of Him and not to covetousness. Lord willing, that's something we can ask the Most High. And incline basically means like, feel. I don't know how to explain it. Or basically, I would say like basically turn our heart to it. Basically. And I had. Okay, we're gonna get Colossians 3:5. And it also first let's get Matthew's 18 and 15. Moreover, wrong push-up. Matthew's 15 and 18. But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man. So these are the things that defile us, the things that come of our mouth. So that's why we got to ask the Most High to cleanse our heart day in and day out. That's why we got to ask the Most High. As David said in Psalms 51, for Psalms 51, David said, "Purge, create in me a clean heart, O Yahawah, and renew a right spirit within me." So we got to ask the Most High to cleanse our heart, renew a right spirit within us, because the Most High desire truth in our inward parts. It said in verse 6. The Most High knows what we think. The Most High knows our thoughts. You can't get over on the Lord. So we got to really ask the Most High to cleanse our heart, because that's where all these wicked thoughts and sayings come from. Our heart is deceitfully wicked. When we're saying stuff like, "I wish, I want this, I'm not thankful for this," that comes from our wicked, nasty heart. So it's very important in this walk to ask the Most High to cleanse our heart. And in Colossians 3:5, "Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry." That's plain. That's plain. Covetousness is idolatry. Because like you said, through the spirit of Lily, you're putting all those things through before Yahawashi. You're putting all those things for the Most High. That's all you're thinking about. And like when we're not covetousness, it takes our peace of mind away. So like when we're not content, it takes our peace of mind away. And fruits of the spirit, that part of the fruits of the spirit is being at peace. And peace is not just being at peace with those around you. It's also a peace of mind. Galatians 5:22. "But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. And they that are Yahawashi have crucified the flesh with affections and lusts. If we live in the spirit, let us also walk in the spirit." So we got to be in the spirit as much as possible. And we all know we in this flesh. We're going to be out the spirit sometimes. We're going to fall. We got to do everything we can to fight these demons and keep and walk in the fruits of the spirit. And peace of mind is imperative in this walk. How are you at peace and you're not even satisfied with what you got? You're not content. That don't even like you. It's like in order to be content, you got to be at peace. They literally go like peanut butter and jelly. If you ain't content, you're not at peace, because you always worried about this. You want this. There's no way in hell. Excuse my language. There's no way in hell you're at peace when you're not content. Because when you're not content, you're dissatisfied. You trying to get that want. You want that want so bad. You trying to get that. Your mind not on these precepts. It's not on these commandments. It's not on pleasing the Most High. It's focused on that want. I don't want this. I want that. Why I gotta be like this? Why I can't get that? You're not at peace. Being at peace is like, okay, the Most High, Yahawashi is in control. I'm just dust and ashes. I'm a servant. I can't do none about none. What I can do is remember that who I serve, that I'm not running the show, that the Most High has me where He needs me to be. You gotta understand the Most High has you where you need to be and where He wants you to be. The Most High is not gonna take me nowhere bad. Where I'm at right now, that's the best thing for me. And I gotta be okay. You just gotta be at peace. It's a time and season for everything. in the book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 22, a little one shall become 1,000, a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. So at first I never understood that precept, but when I read it in different translation, Most High is basically saying, I'm gonna make it happen on my time. So we're gonna understand the Most High is gonna make things happen on his time when he say.
Finish up what we're gonna leave.
It's like you. Because it's a time and place for everything. 1 second. Okay. I think that's all I have.
I just had Psalms chapter 1 real quick.
Bring it out.
It says Psalm chapter 1, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. So, like Aberia, just, you keep saying everything is in its season. And if we're meditating and keeping our mind on the Most High and, the laws, statutes, and commandments, the things that we're supposed to be doing, it says whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. So, with the Most High, things are easily done, at his command, but not, being in the ways of the world or, walking in the ways, like you said earlier, worrying about what people are doing that aren't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, because they have their end, and we don't want the end that they have. So just being content with being, in the law, statutes, and commandments, and meditating in those things will help give us peace with where we are right now.
And that's just a classic Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything, there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. There's a time and place for everything. Like whatever the Most High, whatever the Most High wants for you, it'll be done. It'll be done. I'm trying to find this. A Counsel like it, but it's just like, just gotta have faith in the Lord to know that where He has us is the best thing for us. Can't just always be wanting. Like, when the last time you gave thanks to the Most High? Lord, we could just be content. Being content, being at peace, being mindful of the things we saying. The Most High checked me on being content so many times and still does. I'm not perfect. We're all, fighting these demons. This is Baruch 3:13. For if thou walkest in the way of Yahawah, thou shouldest have dwelt in peace forever. So if we walking in these laws, such commands, say how about Shema Shah, we're gonna dwell in peace. We're gonna dwell in peace. And Satan is gonna do everything he can to try to get us to try to throw us off that track. He's gonna do everything he can to try to get us to go off, to get us to not be at peace, to get us to not be thankful. Mayan, were you gonna bring out 2 Corinthians 10 and 12?
Sis, I got you. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 12. It says, for we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with, hold on, did I? Salakia. Did I read that wrong? Okay, it was 10 and 12. Salakia. All right, I'll read it. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 12. For we dare not make ourselves of the number or compare ourselves with some that commend themselves, but they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise.
Con. And she dropped in the chat basically not comparing herself. So Con, we can't be comparing ourselves to other sisters in their walk. And they got this and they got that. And y'all just doing so good. And I'm just, we can't be doing that. Like I said, the Most High checked me on that. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hi, y'all, I'm back. But that's really all I had tonight. I don't want to keep repeating myself or force the course, just force it. But that's, really all I had. Let me see if I had anything else, but I think that's all I had. That's really all I have. But Lord willing, we can just ask the Most High, Yahawashi, just give us peace on our day-to-day walk, on our day-to-day lives, and these trials and tribulations we go through and face. And Lord willing, we can just really just, because contentment and that being at peace and being patient is only going to come from Yahawashi, like I was shy. So Lord willing, we can just be okay where the Most High has us. And I had one more closing precept. John 13:7. Yahweh answered and said unto him, what I do, thou knowest not now, but thou shalt know hereafter. So whatever the Most High is doing behind closed doors, we'll know what the Most High want us to know. The whole point of this walk, 2 Corinthians, is walking by faith and not by sight. For we walk by faith, not by sight. If we knew everything we go through and everything we face, we wouldn't need faith. If we knew our names were already written in the book of life, we wouldn't need to go hard and try to be sincere and do everything we can to make the call to our relationship. We wouldn't need to do these things, but we don't. We don't know. We don't know if we're secure. We don't know if our name written in the book of life. We don't know. We just walk by faith. We hope for things we haven't seen. Romans 8:24 and Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, but yet not seen. Lord, we can just have faith and just know, like, wherever the Most High has us, that's where He wants us, and that's the best thing for us at the moment. And sometimes we just gotta learn to be still. Sometimes you ain't just gotta do nothing, just be still, just be okay where the Most High has you. So Lord willing, we can just ask the Most High for a peace of mind and just being okay where we at, not wanting more, not coveting, not wanting someone else's life. Because you want, but you don't even know if you're ready for that. You don't know what demons come with that. You don't know the trial and tribulations that comes with that. You just want it. But so Lord willing, we can just continue to strive for perfection and just continue to call upon the name of Bahasham, like Yahawashi. That's really all I had. This call was a cut to me, and Lord willing, this call was a cut to y'all. But y'all.
The water. All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahasham, like Yahawashi. Lord willing, y'all just continue to endure. And Lord willing, the Most High just continue to mold y'all into the woman He's called y'all to be. Lord willing, y'all have a beautiful night. And Lord willing, just have a peace of mind. Be okay with the Most High has us. Be content. Not wanting more, not being greedy, not idolizing, not being gluttonous. Just being okay. Being satisfied with what's in front of us. And this is Proverbs 25:16. It's the last one. Hast thou found honey? Eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomited. So, that's like, this sister may be able to read 7 chapters a day, but you might just be able to read 3, and that's okay, because that's what's sufficient for you. Don't overfill yourself so much. Be content with what the Most High has you doing. Don't try to be like everybody else and stuff yourself, then you vomiting. Be content with what the Most High has you doing, where the Most High has you. Feed yourself what's sufficient for thee. Be your own person. Okay. That's all I had, y'all. The water so much for joining. Call Halalyam, Bahasham, like Yahawashi. Lord willing, y'all continue to endure. Rakatha, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. May the Most High bless your household. Lord willing, Lily, you have the Most High gives you that peace at work. Lord willing, you continue to endure. And Lord willing, we all just continue to endure. Rakatha, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. I love y'all and shalom.
Shalom. Love y'all.
Shalom. Love you.